Good morning, guys. 4.5 weeks out. 4.5 weeks out. It's a rest day. And we hear birds, we hear dogs. Anyways, Jesus Christ. It seems like I can't just have a peaceful moment here. Anyways, 4.5 weeks out, I'm on the way to do cardio. And I just did my check-in, my second check-in of the week. And why am I doing 2 check-ins a week? Well, check-ins are very important, especially right now as I'm getting closer to the show. My coach has to see at least 2 times a week what I'm looking like, how I'm feeling, and based on that he makes adjustments. And how am I feeling right now? Well, my legs literally feel like jelly. They just feel like, after the leg day of yesterday, like there's not much life in my legs anymore. But hey, we're still gonna do cardio. Today's a rest day. We're having a little bit more cardio as well, 40 minutes and the least amount of calories. So I know it's gonna be a hard day, but these days are gonna be crucial for the final outcome. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys when I get my feedback from my coach as well. He will probably make some adjustments in which we have to either lower calories and do more cardio or both. I slept about 6 hours, not too much to be honest, but hey, it's still some sleep. I'm not sleeping 4 hours or something. So yeah, again, I'm doing cardio fasted, so I haven't eaten anything yet. And honestly, how I feel right now is just tired, man. I'm tired. I do not have a lot of energy, and I feel like today is going to be a tough day, but we will get through it. It's all part of prep, of course. I honestly feel like training days are actually way better than rest days, and I know I'm not the only one here that actually has that feeling, because when you get to train, I mean, that's already something to look forward to, you know. And right now, rest day, it's just a little bit more calm. You got a little bit more food noise going on. You don't have a training to distract you, so you gotta find other types of distractions or totally just embrace the suffering. And the reason why I always make my check-in pictures in the morning is because then you usually have the most honest look. You don't have a pump from anything, you just slept for 8 hours, you haven't eaten anything, so that is usually when you are also a little bit more flat. I feel like I'm also a little bit more flat on some certain muscle groups, but I still hold my fullness pretty well. But yeah, I think we are really gonna get a little bit more flat over those last couple of weeks to truly get the shreds out. So the whole reason why I'm going to the gym right now to do cardio there is because the machines are way stronger. They have a higher level that I can go to, and I just can't reach the beats per minute that easily anymore that I have to reach to be like in a fat loss state, which would be between 120 and 140 beats per minute. And it's right now at home very hard for me to get into there. Usually I just get about 115 at max. So that way I'm just going to the gym. They have a little bit better machines over there, and then I truly want to get into that 120 and 140 range. Just done at my gym and this was, I think, the hardest cardio session I've done from this whole prep, because I'm doing 40 minutes as well. But it's not only that I'm doing 40 minutes, it's also the fact that things now really are starting to get hard. And on top of that, I got a message from my coach during my cardio, and he told me that he's going to reduce calories on my medium days and on my low days. So today is a low day, so that means even less calories. So I can't do the 80 grams of rice, which is a shame, because right now I can only do the 60 grams for like 4 meals or something. And people just looking weird at me because I'm holding a camera. I honestly don't give a fuck anymore. 4 meals with 60 grams of rice, so that's 20 grams of rice reduction on each meal today, and I'm gonna feel it 100%. But I'm also very happy because I just finished my cardio, I basically have done the most important task of the day already, and the only thing that I still have to do is my posing. 15 minutes of posing. I will probably eat breakfast first and then do the posing afterwards, and then I got it straight out of the way. And then the only thing that remains is some other things that I'm gonna do on this rest day, like shave, go get a tan. I need to get a tan as well. I need to get a little bit more tanned right now, but I get tanned very easily. And yeah, my legs need to get shaved again, and I don't like to shave my legs. I actually don't like a lot of things. I don't like cardio as well, but I still have done it and I feel much happier now. Like, I was so fucking grumpy in the morning, and obviously I still haven't eaten something and I'm still a little bit grumpy, but I feel better because I've done a hard thing for the first thing in the day. Walked to the gym 15 minutes, did 40 minutes of cardio, suffered, but now I get to go home. Now I get to eat my breakfast and I'm a little bit happier. So I shouldn't complain. I feel like in prep, especially when calories get lower and I'm just suffering a little bit more, I'm getting way more introverted. And my personality is, you maybe not see it on camera, but I'm an introvert. I've always been an introvert. Like when I was a child, I was very shy. I'm definitely not shy anymore. Like, I know how to switch it on or turn certain things off. But I feel like I'm still a person who really likes his alone time and not be with people all the time. Of course I like to get energy from people, or just be with people in my close circle, for example, or I don't know, meet some of you guys, for example, at an event. Those are all fun things, but I feel like I can also really recharge by being on my own and doing my own thing. So I'm 100% an introvert. And in prep, definitely in prep, it's coming more out. Like, I don't want to be with people. To come back on that whole introvert thing, I think it's also something that is happening when I have low days. Like when I have less calories and more output, I just don't want to talk as much with people, but I know that it's mainly because of the calories, it's mainly because of that I'm enduring a lot of hardship during that day, and that makes me closed off from a lot of people. Because, for example, right now you can see it in the way that I'm all covered up, which is weird because I'm talking to you guys, and you guys, I mean, hundreds of people are literally seeing me even more. But when I'm walking in real life, I don't want people to look at me. Like, I just want people to do their own thing, leave me alone. And of course, when I'm wearing a tank top or something in the gym, that's nice, but I'm mostly doing it for myself. Like, I'm not trying to, I'm already way beyond the fact that I'm literally trying to, for example, impress people, which is something that I found very cool when I started bodybuilding initially when I was like 18. Like, when I first started bodybuilding or working on my body, I did it for girls, honestly. I wanted to become more jacked. I wanted girls to like me more. But eventually you get, like, after a certain line where, you're not doing it for girls anymore. And it's not like girls are the most attracted to, for example, bodybuilders or something. But I just prefer to be all covered up. If you see me walk in the tank, it's because I really like walking in the tank myself and seeing my pump. But besides that, for example, right now, I just like to be covered up, man. But I know it's just the state of the calories, because if you give me a high day right now, or if I would be in a bulk, I would be a lot more outgoing, I would say. I'm still friendly, but I would be a lot more outgoing and more talking to people. And now it's just like, let me do my own thing. I showed you guys my weight in the beginning. Apparently it's becoming a trend on Instagram, and it's a big compliment for me, where people don't believe that I weigh 89 kilos, 88 kgs, 90 kgs, whatever I'm weighing at the moment. People don't believe it, which is a huge compliment, because I look heavier than I am. And I mean, that's exactly what you want as a bodybuilder. But it's going so far in some of these comment sections that literally some comments get like hundreds of likes, and people are just literally like, yeah, this guy is a scam, this guy is a fraud. I mean, just imagine how that makes me feel. It makes me feel like I'm on top of the world, because people are discussing about my weight, if it's fake or not, and I know it's real, And especially with classic physique, you have a weight cap that you have to be at. So I can't fake nobody. If you don't see me on stage, then I fake someone. But if you see me on stage under the weight cap, at the same shape or even better shape than I am right now, I'm not a fraud. Okay, we are back at home. It's time for my glutamine shake. I'm gonna do glutamine on an empty stomach. I haven't eaten anything yet, so I want to get this in right before, yeah, I've had the meal. Then I'm gonna do vitamin C as well. But now I can't put this in the shake. And because I can't put this in the shake, it's actually very disgusting. Like just drinking L-glutamine out of itself, it has a very bad taste. But the product is very good because it's obviously very good for your digestion health and everything. But it's just disgusting, honestly, if you drink it by itself. So if you're not in a bulk, if you're not in a prep state, drink it with some juice, drink it with something else, make a shake out of it, or try and put a nice flavor together. I know ESN also has like ultra syrups that you could use with like 0 sugar. But I'm gonna just raw dog it with only this, and just get it in me as fast as possible. I do have some daily left over though, so let's see how much powder is in there. And hopefully I can also use some of that to make the drink a little bit better. So boom, we got about 10 grams of glutamine. And you should definitely not forget this, because I forgot to use my glutamine for a couple of days now because I ditched the shake. And I can already feel that my digestion is way different from when I just do glutamine in the morning. Like everything digests just way easier. So take glutamine if you don't take glutamine yet. And the whole reason that I'm taking this is for immune support. I just do 2 or 3 scoops. We don't want to get sick at this time of prep. And fortunately, I do have some left over from the daily. And this is actually a very nice product to use. Maybe I'm going to order something extra of this, but this has a very nice flavor. It's sour power, so it just tastes literally like candy. The things that are in here are glutamine, L-leucine, which is an essential amino acid, and bioactive collagen peptides, and creatine. So actually this is everything in once, minus the vitamin C. But I just like to dose my glutamine a little bit higher. And now mix it up, and hopefully it isn't as disgusting. Cheers. No, it's actually pretty good. And that is purely because of the daily. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna order some daily. I took my shirt off because it was, again, way too sweaty to just keep it on. Breakfast, 50 grams instead of 100 grams. I think I added a little bit more water to the oats. I put it a little longer in the microwave. And now it seems like it's almost close to 100 grams, but it's actually 50 grams. That's my meal. In my last video, I showed you guys how I made this meal. So if you're wondering, you can see in the last video how I make this meal. I just had breakfast, and right before I'm going to pose, I'm still gonna enjoy a Monster. I already had 2 coffees. 2 coffees, plus this Monster is enough caffeine right now for my rest day. And I usually don't take any Monster or any other type of energy drinks anymore on my training days. But for my rest days, it's just nice. And it feels like I can also reduce my hunger a little bit if I can get some caffeine in. Yeah, we still have 5 more meals to go, so that's pretty exciting. I'm gonna post in a little bit, just gonna finish this Monster. And I've been reading through some comments that I got from you guys on my YouTube videos. So very much thankful for that you guys are commenting, engaging with everything going on in this whole prep. Yeah, again, I feel way better right now. I feel like I just need to check in on myself, that whatever my head is saying to me, whatever my brain is telling me in these moments, for example, in the morning or when I still have to do my cardio and I'm hungry, that's not the real me, you know? I'm literally showing a side of myself that is just more irritable because he's hungry and whatever. And now I've just had 1 meal, like just 1 meal, and now I'm sort of back to my normal self again. So it's just exactly like that Snickers commercial, you know? Something like, you're not yourself when you're hungry. Well, this is not a sponsored video by Snickers, but it's kind of true. If you give me a breakfast and some coffee, like some caffeine afterwards, I fully energize again and I charge up and ready for the day. Feels like I almost have a disorder of some point, you know, of how bad I can be. Like, this prep has given me so much mood swings, honestly, so much mood swings. But you gotta remember though, if you're doing prep, that's no excuse to let it out on other people. If you're feeling shit or whatever, for whatever reason at all, you're the one that has to literally decide at the end of the day, are you gonna do prep or not? Nobody's forcing you to do prep. Nobody's holding a gun to your head like, hey, you're gonna do that bodybuilding show or otherwise we're gonna pull the trigger. No, that's not happening. So be a little bit kind to people around you. Of course, people have to respect your prep as well, but just be mindful of other people, you know? They are not doing prep. They just behave the way they behave. And if you sometimes become a little bit more irritable or whatever, just hold your mouth. You don't have to say everything what you think. But keep that in mind. You are the one doing prep and you are the one choosing to do this suffering. And I think this is a very important thing to be aware of, and it's not talked about enough, because usually when you think about bodybuilding or about prep, you think about all the meals that you're doing, you think about the training. But the thing that I'm struggling the most with, honestly, is not the training, it's not necessarily the meals or the hunger, it's the mental side. Like my head goes it goes in circles. Mood swings all over the place. Sometimes I feel good, sometimes I feel bad. But what you got to remember, and what the most important thing is that you just execute daily. Just keep executing. Doesn't matter how you feel, you know, just keep executing, keep doing the thing that you know is going to get you to your end goal, regardless of how you feel. And that's the way how you should treat prep, and that's the way how you become a good competitor. The reason why we are doing a low day today, by the way, is because we want to have as much calories as possible still on high days. So on high days, that's basically when I train back and when I train legs, we still want to have as much mass as possible there. And that's our whole approach. Actually, since the beginning of prep, as my back and my legs were a little bit more of my weak points. And now at the end of prep, we're at 4.5 weeks out. You can definitely see that there's more of a balance between my back and all the other muscle groups that, for example, were a little bit more stronger, like for example, my arms. So there's definitely more balance, and I even feel like I grew a lot this prep just because of those high days, that extra carb source. So that's our whole approach basically. So suffer a little bit more in your rest days, suffer a little bit more in your push days, so you can have a little bit more calories, a little bit more energy. All right, it's time to make my rice. We have a calorie reduction today, so that means instead of 80 grams of rice for 4 meals today, I'm doing 60 grams of rice for 4 meals. So 60 times 4 is 240 grams. That's not a lot of rice, but we're gonna put it in the rice cooker. And I'm gonna show you guys as well how I make my rice yellow without any additional calories, but actually some health benefits. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do this in a minute. So 240 grams of jasmine rice. I have a rice cooker from Rice Hunger, and with jasmine rice, white jasmine rice, I need to add 1.5 times the amount of water to 240 grams, which would be 360 grams of water. So I put the water in, and now comes the most important part to make your rice yellow. I add turmeric. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but this has major health benefits. It just comes in a powder form. But what this does is it gives your rice the color, the yellow color, which is nice. It also gives it a good taste, but it also has a lot of inflammatory effects. So I would definitely recommend to do this. And then we have ginger. I do not exactly know what the health benefits are for this, but there are tons of health benefits as well. I might have to just search that up. These two things, and then you get golden rice. So yeah, I got inspired by Wesley Vissers, but I've been doing this for my last prep actually, and then in my off season I kind of stopped with it, but now I'm putting it back in as I'm having a little bit less rice. I want a little bit more flavor, a little bit more taste, and health benefits as well. Yeah, I'm gonna add this to the water. So now it's in there. I think you can't really see it, but what you do is you just stir it up so that it's evenly spread out all over the water, and then you do it in the rice cooker. And we'll see later, after it's done, what the end result will be. And this is the beautiful golden rice. And this is meal 2 of the day. You can definitely see that the portion is a lot smaller. This is also a small plate. But what I'm doing is I'm adding 15 grams of zero ketchup. I mean, I haven't heard from my coach that I'm not allowed to use any sauces anymore. So I'm just trying to make the most of it. Not a lot of calories in there. And again, zero sugar, which is the most important thing. Trying to salt it as well, put some pepper on it. So this is gonna be meal 2. And right after this one, we'll see what I will do. So I'm on the way to get a tan. I administered some melanotan 2 right before I went out of the door. And if you're not familiar with melanotan 2 is a peptide that basically makes you very tan. It helps with getting tan. And as I have Moroccan genetics and I get tan very easily, I just need a very small amount of it. I can just use a very small amount, and that's perfect for me because I get tan so easily. I can just right now tan and then, for example, not go to the tanning salon for, I don't know, 1 or 2 weeks. And that's the most perfect thing because we all know tanning isn't the most healthy thing to do. But that way I still get my tan going and my overall golden era look. And besides that, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I feel like my head is getting smaller because this cap is getting a little loose on my head. But yeah, we're gonna get the tan going. We're gonna look all golden era 80s, 90s. That's exactly what we want. And you guys can probably expect me to be very red right after the tanning session, because melanotan gives you a lot of flushing as well. Flushing, and of course the fact that you are tanning, and that also makes you a little bit red. So see you guys there. Okay guys, as you can see, I came back from the tanning salon and I told you I'm fucking red as fuck. Red and tan though. But this is not how my tan is gonna be for, like, I don't know, the upcoming week. It's all gonna blend into a nice color. So by that time I should look a little bit more normal. But this is usually the case with melanotan, with the facial flushing that you have going on. And of course by just hitting the sunbath. As you can see, you can clearly see on my, a little bit down, you can clearly see how much effect it already has on my body, and getting very, very lean. But just by the fact of, you know, getting more tan, everything is coming out more. You see the shadows, for example, the insertions of certain muscle groups comes out way better. And that's exactly what we want. That's the whole reason basically that I'm doing this. It's not necessarily for the facial tan gains, but I look like a carrot, man. Making my fourth meal right now, a meal that I'm very excited for. It's beef with rice. And I'm thinking about stir frying, or trying to stir fry my meal after this one, which would be caught with rice. And I've seen a YouTube video of Chris Bumstead actually, where he stir fried all his meals, and I think that's something that I definitely have to try. I tried it once, but then the whole rice got ruined. So I think I'm gonna search on YouTube how to do this properly without ruining my rice. Because believe me, at this time of prep, I don't want to ruin any type of food, you know. But I am very curious to just explore and, you know, get certain new flavors out and try new things with food. And I absolutely can't wait to fucking eat a ton of food again after I've done my whole competition season. But first, we gotta do Siggy's, and we're gonna go for the pro card. So if you're here for the journey, like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll take you with me. Okay, that was actually fucking insane. I absolutely inhaled that meal. Like, I kid you not, this meal was literally done in like a minute. A minute of eating. Anyways, I've still got a kiwi. And I'm kind of cooked, because all the kiwis that are left are not the most perfect kiwis, actually. Yeah, I'm a little bit more energized right now. We got a special package. YoungLA gave me the new package of the new drop, and no, it's not Demon Slayer again. I think they just shipped it because they have way too many Demon Slayer boxes left over. But we're gonna open it, and what's basically gonna happen, guys, April 9th, I think it's 12 p.m. PST. I'm pretty sure it's 12 p.m. PST. Let me check. Yes, starting from Thursday, April 9, 12 p.m. PST until Sunday, the 12th of April, 12 p.m. PST, which would be, I think, 9 p.m. Central European time for the Europeans. YoungLA is doing a flash sale. So 20% off on everything on the whole site with a code. You can use my code, of course, to support me. That would mean a lot, especially during this last few weeks of prep. And the other thing is, my birthday is in between those days. I'm turning into Ankh status. I'm turning 24 on April 11th. And the funny thing is, I think YoungLA's birthday, like of the company, is also somewhere in between those days. So it might be on my birthday as well. So if you want to give me a nice birthday present, supporting me with some good clothes and you getting a discount, would be the best option to do that, honestly. So I would really appreciate that. But there's a new drop. I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna show you guys what's in the new drop, and I'm very excited about the wife beaters that they actually released, and we'll see how it looks. Let's see. Okay, first item, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna be available everywhere. I saw this in the Early Access web shop that we have access to, and I thought we really need to have this because I'm using this blue water bottle all the time. And how cool would it be to have an actual water bottle of YoungLA? And look at it. So they had one there was only black and white, but you also had one with colors. And as you can see, it's a sort of graffiti type of thing. So you got YoungLA, you got a bunch of things there. Cool signs. And it's a cool water bottle. Look how happy I am. I'm gonna unbox the packages, and then I'm gonna hop into a few outfits and show you guys what the new drop is all about. So let's start with the first outfit. And let's start with this shirt. This shirt looks absolutely sick. I've seen it in the preview page, and it's a Spartan shirt. So the first thing that you can notice straight away is YoungLA Axel Warrior mindset. So the details always go crazy with YoungLA. Let's open it up. You got YoungLA here in a sort of Spartan logo type of bead, and the fabric is actually very soft, very nice to wear. I'm 100% sure. But the real cool thing here is the back. Look at this, guys. Look at this. So you got a massive Spartan warrior on the back, and you got YoungLA portrayed over there as well. So that's the first shirt. So this is what the shirt looks like, and I think I got it in extra large. Once again, I'm 5'9", 1.75 centimeters, and about 200 pounds, 90 kgs. So it's a little bit oversized. This is what the back looks like, and I feel like this would be a great fit, for example, for a back day. A little oversized. I like that about YoungLA, man. I like the bodybuilding vibe of wearing oversized tees. What I always like about YoungLA is that the quality of their clothing is always super nice. And I don't say it because I'm just sponsored by them, but it's definitely a difference from most gym brands. I feel like a lot of gym brands don't have the high quality, and YoungLA definitely does it every single time. Okay, so these are the pants. I'm gonna wear them, but look at this. We got YoungLA on top of here. I really like the designs where you basically have the logo here on the front. It's very unique. And if you guys follow me on Instagram and see, for example, a lot of my pump edits, I always wear this these joggers with a lot of these YoungLA logos here in the front, because I just think it looks sick as fuck. Besides, this is the back. So we got a design here on one of the pants. These are the pants. It's just that my camera doesn't go all the way down, but this is what the back looks like. And again, a very nice fit. Don't you think so, Kimchi? Okay, my room is a mess, but I think you can see it a lot better right now. Look at this. So these are the new joggers that basically have a sort of imprint on them. I absolutely love them. A lot of people have asked me as well, like, hey, is there a new restock coming from the joggers with the logos on top of it? And now YoungLA is doing one with, I think, 3 or 4 colors. I've decided to get this olive colorway, especially with the beaters. They look very, very nice. So let's wear the beaters with them. I'm wearing size large for all my joggers because I feel like that's the most perfect size for me. Again, you guys know my measurements. Okay, it's not the exact same colorway as the pants, as you can see, but the wife beaters look really, really nice. And I actually very much like this style of these sort of little holes that they have. It's not too extreme as well. This is what the back looks like. With the back double bicep. Let's do a front double bicep. Very nice. I like this one. And of course the YoungLA logo right here. You can always need some more wife beaters or some more wife lovers actually. I always wear a lot of wife lovers. I absolutely love them, especially when you're a little bit lean and you just want to check out your pump in between your sessions and you just want to feel good, have something tight around here. And it seems like YoungLA always knows what to do with the wife lovers. So that's one colorway. First I'm going to switch the pants and then we're going to wear another colorway. All right, so then for these sort of joggers, I would actually call them shorts. It's a sort of 3/4 shorts. Usually I wouldn't be that much of a fan of it, but honestly, if you're doing bodybuilding, you just want to sometimes, you know, walk around loosely, for example, like this. And this is perfect, man. Just look at this fit. Example, if I'm being very honest, I kind of look like a trend twin right now, if you guys know what I mean. They also always wear these type of fits. I just think it's hard. And you could always just, you know, get the quad out and just show these guys that you actually do have legs instead of only those calves here. But I mean, get these regardless. I think this is a great summer outfit to have. And they sit extremely comfy as well. Damn, this one looks actually very, very cool. I really like black tanks. You can see in my videos that I always wear black tanks mostly. This one goes hard as fuck, man. I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. And what I really like as well is the YoungLA logo is portrayed here. A little bit unique, you know. It's not something that you would see that often. For example, a tank like this. The YoungLA logo is just very minimalistic. Again, it's a sort of shadow wife beater. So there's some, there's something going on here and a little bit rough here on these sides. But black looks absolutely fantastic. And again, this is what the back looks like. I'm wearing extra large once again. Okay. This one goes absolutely crazy. I really like this color, but why do I like this one especially is because I recently got one of these joggers. Let's show you guys. I got one of these joggers, but there was just nothing that was almost similar to this colorway. And I mean, this is a sick fucking fit. I mean, a green fit, you definitely get noticed if you're wearing this one in the gym because it's just pretty unique. Peep the bicep vein here, by the way. No, but honestly, these items are sick, especially the wife lovers. Definitely get them, and don't forget you also have 20% discount on the whole site, which is something that YoungLA not usually does, you know. It's a birthday sale, and that's why they do these discounts. So if you want to support me and also give me a little birthday present in the form of my code usage, definitely use my code Chakir. Will give you 20% off and support me. So I really appreciate it. And also I just want to thank everyone who has been using my code this prep. Literally every single code usage is being put back into my bodybuilding, back into my prep, back into my show. So you are literally contributing to supporting me on the way to this pro journey. So many thanks, guys. I was just done with this you know, with this clothing haul, and I mentioned the Trend Twins for a little while. And now I look on TikTok and look who followed me. That's their official page. Let me just click it for you so you don't see it's fake. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, they already follow me on Instagram. I haven't really got the chance yet to talk to them. I know they're coming to Fibo. YoungLA is hosting Fibo, and I already got a couple of questions why I wasn't on the poster on their official Instagram. I'm still with YoungLA, obviously. But I have chosen to not go to Fibo to fully focus on my prep. I mean, I would have loved to go there, be with guys like Phil Heath, who is also right now with YoungLA, Jay Cutler, and, you know, make connections with them, talk with them, maybe introduce them as well in the YouTube videos if I get a chance to talk to them. By the way, Jay Cutler and Phil Heath, I spoke with them last year at Fibo when I went there, and these are honestly the most chill guys I've ever spoken in the whole bodybuilding industry. Like both Jay and both Phil took a very long time to talk with me. Like I'm talking about 5 minutes plus. Well, there was a whole queue behind us, and I just really appreciated that, especially from Jay. So these guys are obviously legends, Mr. Olympias, multiple Mr. Olympias literally. But these guys are in real life also just extremely kind and humble, and had a very good experience with those guys. But I know my chance will come. The most important thing right now is bodybuilding, is my show, and events and everything will obviously happen later. And then of course I will take you guys with me as well. So patience is the most important thing here. All right, hey guys, I'm sitting in the living room and it's time for my last meal. Unfortunately, I was busy with a lot of stuff that I still had to do, so I didn't make as much content today. But again, I'm still trying to be real with you guys, document everything, and I hope you guys at least like the content that I put out before this segment. Anyways, last meal, and I absolutely can't wait to eat this. This was actually my full day right now, where I had an adjustment, where I had lower carbs as well. But I feel like I managed the hunger quite well, especially in the evening. I've had some days where it was way worse. And I'm not sure if that's because of the melanotam, that maybe suppresses my appetite a bit, or maybe that my body is handling it a little bit better, or that I mentally handle it a little bit better. But I could resist the hunger, I could resist the temptations, the cravings a little bit better today. Although my calories obviously got lowered and my carbs got lowered. So right here I have my oats, 50 grams of oats, 150 grams of blueberries. I did a scoop of flavor powder in there as well, obviously. And then I made a whey drip with ESN, Designer Whey, the best flavor out there, cinnamon cereal, and 15 grams of peanut butter. So this is a very nice bowl. I'm eating it with a little spoon, by the way, because I mean, I'm literally eating everything right now with a little spoon. But okay, anyways, I'm gonna enjoy this meal. I want to thank you guys all for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And again, we are one step closer, one day closer to the regional Siggies and the potential pro qualifier that we will do after that. Because guys, once again, it's not only road to Siggies. If we're doing Siggies, it won't be done right at that time. I'm chasing my pro card. I want to become Classic Physique Pro, and I want to become it this year, and I really want to go for it. I know that I have what it takes. I just need to continue to work hard, and I want to show it to you guys as well, what it takes to literally go from nothing all the way to the top and hopefully become a professional bodybuilder. So taking you guys with me on that. Anyways, I wish you guys a good night. I'm gonna enjoy this meal. See you guys in the next one. Ciao.